In this Hyperliquid video, I'm going to be explaining the AF, which stands for the Assistance Fund. So you may have seen this on Twitter, Hyperliquid AF. The Hyperliquid AF has accumulated, and I used to think, what is the Hyperliquid AF? But it stands for the Hyperliquid Assistance Fund. And essentially what this is it's a core component of the Hyperliquid ecosystem. It's a baked-in mechanism to Hypercore, to Hyperliquid's exchange. And what it does is it's designed to support the Hype token and the broader Hyperliquid community. It primarily functions by buying back Hype tokens using a portion of the exchange's trading fees. So these are bought back from the market, Hype tokens that may possibly be burned in the future. The potential of these tokens is not directly clear yet. However, they are buying back the Hype token, supporting the Hype price through all of the trading fees, which is incredible. Imagine if Binance did this. Think about how much these platforms make in trading fees, and that is all going back to buying back the token. And we can see here the fund utilizes a significant portion of these trading fees. Approximately 97%, according to DL News, of the fees generated from users' trades on the Hyperliquid platform to purchase Hype tokens, right? So this is a community focus. If you know about Hyperliquid, it is so community driven. It is literally insane. All of the value going back to the users. The fund is structured to benefit the Hyperliquid community by potentially increasing the value of the Hype token through buybacks and potential burns. And so far they've accumulated approximately 7% of the Hype supply, which is insane in the amount of time they've done this. So you can see this is the wallet address here. I will leave a link to this in the description if you want to track it yourselves. And you can see they have accumulated $876 million worth of Hype. So that is Hype that is off the market, that is held by Hyperliquid, that will potentially be burned in the future. They are holding up the price. They are supporting the Hype token from all of the users' trading fees. So rather than pocketing that money for themselves, they are using that money to buy back the token, which can potentially be burned in the future, reducing the supply, thus increasing the price of the Hype token. So you can see they're constantly performing buybacks. You can track that here. And this number was actually in the 10 digits. This was $1 billion not too long ago. The price of Hype is slightly down today. That's why it's less. However, they are still performing buybacks. So this is incredible because it means that the floor price is always rising, because it means new buyers, new participants have to come in to take that supply. And the rate at which they are buying back is insane. We can see here this account is posting daily updates on the Assistance Fund. Just yesterday they bought back 47,000 Hype worth $1.8 million. The day before, $2.2 million. The day before that, $2.8 million. $3.2 million worth of Hype. 1.8, 1.2, 2 million, 4 million. So they are constantly buying back Hype token, millions of dollars worth of Hype off the market, which remains untouched, with the potential to be burned, which is incredible. Now, to show you just how bullish this is, it would currently take the Hyperliquid Assistance Fund less than 5 years to buy back the entire circulating supply of Hype. You can see a chart here with their daily revenue, and it would approximately take 4.72 years to buy the remaining Hype supply. And that is at the current rate. So that is absolutely incredible. That just goes to show you how powerful this buyback mechanism is and just how much Hype they are actually buying off the open market. Now, to show you some really cool math with this, $12 billion is the current market cap. 7.1% is owned by the Assistance Fund that will never touch the market again. So that's $11 billion market cap. Since the new fee structure was introduced a month ago, Hyperliquid has averaged $2.4 million in daily revenue. And this is excluding the HLP and the Hyper EVM network. Annualized, that is $900 million in revenue, which makes it the top performing protocol by revenue. Nothing is making as much money as Hyperliquid right now. Hyperliquid is the #1 revenue generating protocol in the entire industry. It's generated almost $70 million in just 30 days. That is more than Tron, PancakeSwap, and even Ethereum. It is the top protocol by revenue. Its buyback engine, the AF, permanently reducing supply. There is zero VC sell pressure because this was not VC funded. So there is no 100x seed rounds unlocks, just like you saw with TIA and all these other protocols that are just VC insider jobs. Hyperliquid does not have that. The founder was already rich. He was a TradFi Chad, and he spun this up after the collapse of FTX. And his mission is to literally house all finance, to have everything fully on chain, to abolish the need for sexes like Binance and Coinbase and such. And Hyperliquid is doing a great job of doing that. It's taking over market share of Binance, already having more than 13% of Binance market share. This is incredible what Hyperliquid is. You really, truly need to study Hyperliquid. It also has the lowest holder count amongst the top 30 protocols. Hypercore and HyperEVM are the most advanced DeFi infra in the game. So continuing, annualized, that is $900 million in revenue, almost $1 billion annualized revenue, not even including HyperEVM, their new layer 1 chain. That is insane, which puts the Hype token at a P to E of 12, which is historically low even for the SPX 500 average. So the SPX 500 P to E average is 28, meaning that a fair value for Hype would be $84. The current tech stock average P to E, which just means price to earnings, so the price of the stock relative to the earnings of the company, is 35, meaning a fair value for Hype would be $105. Now get this, Planetaire stock, the AI company, is currently trading at a P to E of 600, which means the price to their earnings ratio is 600, right? The price of their stock to how much they earn, meaning a fair value for Hype would be $1,800. Now, Hype is just currently $45. And this valuation is only taking into consideration Hypercore, which is just the Hyperliquid exchange, not HyperEVM. And that is assuming no growth. Now, Hype is undervalued for the perps DEX alone, and it has an entire layer 1 blockchain on the side, HyperEVM, which I've made countless videos about, how you can take advantage and make massive money this 2025 with HyperEVM airdrop farming Hyperliquid. Now, this is not even priced in, and the builder codes that will allow anyone to build on top of Hyperliquid and accrue more fees for the protocol. People do not understand how revolutionary this is. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you did, please leave a like rating, comment if you've got any questions, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Hyperliquid content.